In this video, I'll be talking about my immigration journey to Canada from Seattle to Vancouver by Amtrak. You'll find this video super helpful if you're looking to take the same route, because I remember when I had to take this route, it was confusing. I had so many questions. So, why did I immigrate from the US? Most of the people I know are straight away immigrating to Canada from India. They don't have a US visa. But if you do have a US visa and you decided to come through the US route, flights are way cheaper. So I was traveling from Delhi to Dubai to Seattle to Vancouver. So this was my route. So from Seattle to Vancouver, I had booked a train service called Amtrack. So from the Seattle Tacoma Airport, you can take one direct light rail, which is basically Seattle Airport Metro, you can say. It takes you directly to the King Street station. So from the airport metro to the King Street station, it would take approximately 40-45 minutes, you can say. So you'll have to book Amtrak, keeping some buffer time in mind. Now, surprisingly, although I booked a train because I thought Amtrak only operates trains, it turns out Amtrak also operates buses. And during my time, because it was the pandemic time, the train services were closed and they were only operating buses. There were only 6 passengers apart from me going to that route. So that's why for such less passengers, they won't be operating trains for sure. So you will reach the King Street station. And the King Street station is the place from where you'll get both buses and trains. Don't expect it to be, it's not like a regular station. It can be very, very empty. Also, the station has toilets, so you can freshen up if you want before your long journey. On the signboards, you can see which train is arriving when. So that is how my experience was. I thought immigration for Canada will be done at the station. Like, I was all prepared. Like, there will be immigration officers sitting there and the luggage will be checked and all. But nothing like that happened. So when your bus arrives, the bus conductor will check your ArriveScan app and your passport, and that's all. He'll keep your luggage in the bus space outside. You can take your check-in bag inside the bus to keep with you, as it may have important documents. So the immigration would be done at the borders. Your bus conductor will tell you 15 minutes before arriving at the borders to keep all your documents ready. He's also going to give you a self-declaration form, which is the same as it's given at the airport. So you just need to fill that as well. So that the passport, the COPR, all that you have to keep handy, both copies of COPR. Then once you have reached at the immigration office at the border, you are asked to come out of the bus and enter the building. You'll have to take out your luggage with you. But a surprising thing that happened, at least in my case, they did not check the luggage or anyone else's luggage, basically. We were just asked to take it out from the bus, that's it. There wasn't any checking, we didn't have to pass it through any scanners. Basically nothing, no checking at all. At the borders, they'll ask you questions based on your visa status, whether you're coming as a student, as a PR, on a work visa. Once they finished the process for all passengers, then we went back to our bus with our luggage. So if your process takes time, like if an officer asking you more questions, then the bus along with other passengers will be waiting for you. Like, it took the maximum time with me because I was the only one immigrating as a PR at that time. Rest all were tourists or students. It's not like the officer was asking me a lot of questions, but the processing on the system, it took some time, like 10 minutes, I guess. So all of the passengers waited for me in the bus. In fact, the immigration officer said, "You're all done, now run back to your bus, everybody's waiting for you." About the booking tickets, you can book your tickets online. It costed me $45 for a one-way ticket from Seattle to Vancouver. It took 3.5 hours to reach there, and the bus was on time. So in Vancouver, you will reach your destination, which will be Pacific Central Station. Once you reach the Pacific Central Station, there will be no checking, nothing, you're free to go home. The nearest local SkyTrain station, like the metro station in Vancouver, is the Mainstream Science World. So if you want to take the metro or the SkyTrain, you can. Yeah, and then you can go to your home, hotel, airport, Airbnb. So basically that's it. I hope all this information was helpful for you, and if you still have any questions, feel free to mention in the comment box below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends or family wishing to arrive in Vancouver via Seattle. See you next time.